Hey everybody, I am on for the midweek message reveal, September 14th. All right. So energetically, we're kind of this like weird sort of void space period where I personally have been feeling just a lot of like push and pull, just emotional highs and lows. There's just lots of flux. And this flux is kind of like almost like a wringing out. It feels kind of like a purging. So if you're experiencing that where you're feeling maybe hyper emotional at times, wired and tired, people are also having their own stuff that's happening too, and it seems like everyone is kind of on edge. That's the vibe. So hang in there. Be aware that you're not the only one feeling this. And if you can take that into consideration, I think it makes the day go better and it allows your interaction with others to not be so charged. So try not to take things too personally is kind of the guidance there. All right. So we're doing tarot this week. So I'm just going to jump right into the cards. And I will start with 1. So if you chose 1, and we're doing Golden Girls because why not? Amazing. Look at her, Blanche. Blanche. If you picked 1, group 1, you are 2 of Pentacles, right side up, drawn to the infinity symbol. Really, what's really cool to me is this just speaks Libra, super huge. So 2 of Pentacles has to do with trust, has to do with balance, has to do with inner guidance. My focus isn't, there we go. And harmonious change. So things are changing and shifting for you, 1, and you're at a place where you're kind of trying to ground this stuff down. It's also financially, there's a desire to seek financial balance, right? So she's, as you can see here with her hands, she's seeing both sides, able to kind of teeter-totter these things between both hands. And that allows her to stand firmly on the pier behind her, the water. So this is not an emotional situation here. It's surrounded, but it's grounded. And Pentacles, are connected to Earth. So this is where we create. This is where we feel a foundation. We feel a grounding that has happened here. Really drawn to the yellow, not just in the Pentacles, but also in her jacket, which connects to the solar plexus. So this has to do about trusting yourself, really feeling like you're able to kind of lean back on the things that you've created for yourself up to this point and understand that the changes that are happening are going to be for your financial benefit. That's one way it will show up. Another way that this can show up is through things that are going to shift you and transition. So be prepared for a move. And that move isn't necessarily moving house. It's moving the way in which you operate. So this may have to do with your routine. This may have to do with household kind of stuff, like something that has been like a constant is now kind of in a fortunate way kind of being upheaved. So there's going to be a shift there. Try not to get emotionally attached to that stuff. You're going to be letting a lot of things go. I feel too with 1, there's a lot of kind of like grumbling in the belly, kind of like bubbly kind of belly feelings, which is just a settling and a calibrating here that's kind of moving through the belly and into the solar plexus. Actually moves up a little bit into the chest. So I feel that there's also some, maybe a little bit of anxiety that's moving into the heart space. Breathe through that. Make sure you're grounding yourself. And because it's Mercury retrograde, before you go ahead and make any major decisions, before you sign any contracts, before you make agreements with others, check the fine print, make sure it is what you want, and understand that things along the way might be a little wonky. And that's not you, it's the vibe. So understand that there's not much you can do about it, but you can kind of ride the waves. And we're looking to get out of Mercury retrograde in October. So this is going to be with us for a minute. And we're moving from it being in Libra, which has to do with balance, which has to do with feeling a sense of right, a sense of justice, into Virgo, later on in the month, and that is going to have us being very much regimented, really kind of seeing where the chips fall. Okay? All right, so that's what's up with 1. If you pick 2, group 2, 2 of Cups reversed. And again, we have a second 2. And 2s have to do with letting you know that you're on the right path. So don't worry so much, but the situation is kind of testy. It's kind of emotional. There may be a feeling of blockage. There may be a feeling of an emotional block. And it's almost like moving away from things that are no longer serving you is what needs to happen here, but you're kind of holding on a lot. Now this is a sweet card. This is the right side up here with Miles and Rose, and they have their cups, and cups are emotions. Cups are water. I'm really drawn to the green in the background, so the growth that's happening here that is going to come through in the reversed position or the upright position. But really this has to do with trusting of yourself. There's certain things that you're looking for in a union with someone, looking for in companionship, in partnership, in business-ship. There's all of the ways in which we interact with someone else. It doesn't feel right. You're not off. It's almost as if your body is telling you that this may not be what you want, and you may need to really kind of tweak what it is that you're searching for and what you're looking for in partnership with someone. I'm hearing it's debatable. Okay, so it's debatable. Okay, let's see what else that's bringing up here. It's debatable, wishy-washy, uncertain, a sense of loss and lost feeling, not like you don't have a path to walk down. These are emotions that are kind of coming up. That's not to say that that's really what's happening. It's a feeling, not a fact. It's an energy that is designed for you to really pinpoint the things that you want. Now with the 2, it's saying that you are on the right path. You can trust yourself. You can trust your vibe. You can trust the feelings that you have. I feel a lot of anxiety that's moving up into the throat. I mean, my ears are getting really red. So it's just a flushing. There's a lot of heat that's happening. There's a lot of almost an anger or frustration. And this block is something that's going to be difficult for you to get the things you want unless you address it. So really kind of sit with yourself too. Sit for a moment and think. Ask your body, like just say, okay, sit and put your hand on your heart for a moment. Try and do a scan. Close your eyes, breathe for a couple moments, get yourself centered, grounded, and say, what is it that is not working here? Is this something that can be remedied? Is this something that I want to remedy? Is this something that's serving me? Is this something that fills my cup? Can't really fill a cup when it's upside down, right? So things need to be let go of in order for you to move forward. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be in partnership or relationship. It's just kind of the way in which you show up with other people and how you're kind of seeing yourself mirrored back by people who are interacting with you. So be aware that when we interact with other people, we are seeing aspects of ourselves that they are mirroring to us. But we have the ability to kind of change the way in which that shows up in our reality, because we're able to create from a place of empowerment. But you have to believe that you have power. And that's the hardest part. We kind of are indoctrinated with fear, lack, scarcity, worry. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this the right way? What are people going to think? Really kind of take a step back here too. You really need to take a moment and kind of make a list, check in with yourself, figure out your stuff, because you need to do this. You need to do this. It's going to be something that's going to really kind of rev up and become something that is going to be more difficult later on. Have the conversation. I also feel like there's a conversation that needs to happen here. Okay, so that's what's up with 2. And I'm all itchy and stuff, so that feels accurate to me. And I'm going to move on to 3. Here we go, 3. If you chose 3, you chose 3 of Pentacles. Look at this. I bet they're making cheesecake. Yeah, it looks like they're making cheesecake. Oh man, I love some cheesecake. All right, so 3 of Pentacles, right side up. This has to do with collaboration. So we have more than one person who is interacting. Like they're all looking at Blanche while she makes the cheesecake that they're gonna eat. I am drawn to the 4 cups here, even though this is 3 of Pentacles. To me, I'm seeing 7. That makes me think of intuition, makes me think of luck, makes me think of taking safe risks, putting yourself out there a little bit more, doing something that's a little outside your comfort zone, because this is where your creativity is going to expand you. And so you want to have that creative expansion. The magical part of what's happening here for 3 is that in this collaboration, you're going to be able to interact and work with people who are going to bring forward the stuff that excites you. So if you're thinking about hobbies, if you're thinking about, you know, just maybe gardening, or you're thinking about Halloween, thinking about the things that you want to create that's coming up for fall, thinking about changes that you want to make. Maybe you're looking to start something on social media. Maybe you're looking to hold a party. I'm feeling like there's like a celebration that's happening here with 3. And this party, this conference, I can even feel like kind of like a school thing going on. Whatever this is that's going to bring a significant amount of people around, you're going to really be able to dig in a way that's going to be satisfying to you and really relish that feeling of positive interaction with others and kind of getting your hands dirty, and getting yourself almost like engrossed and enveloped in what's happening. Because when you are following your greatest excitement, that's when you lose time. That's when you're staying in the present moment. That's when all of the stuff that you want can come to you. And we're talking about Pentacles, which is the earth sign. So this is grounding things into the material realm, into your reality, and allowing you to move forward in a material sense too. So this could bring forth some money. This could bring forth more time. This could bring forth some ease. Ask for that. Ask for the things that you want. Put it out there, because you can have it. And with 3s, they are has to do with the body, mind, and spirit. So it's a balance between the 3. 1, 2, 3. Also has to do with ascended masters. So this is something that's divinely guided. This is something that is good for you. I am feeling some tension in the low back here for 3. And that tension is something that is more like you can let go of the frustration. You feel like you've kind of been pulled back a bit and you're kind of being pushed forward, like the whole arrow or rubber band or whatever you want to think of as your metaphor here. But really lean into that excitement, because you're going to have some really cool opportunities and really cool conversations even. I feel like there's some really awesome interactions with different groups of people that will come about that will allow you to really step into a piece of yourself that you've kind of missed. So you may be even looking backwards at another part of yourself that you've forgotten about. Those things may be coming back to you now. So embrace it. Embrace that person who you were into who you are now. Okay. So those are the messages for this week. Please reach out. Let me know how you like this, what resonated with you. Love to hear your feedback. If you're interested in a reading with me, please feel free to check my link, and we will see you next week. All right. Have a good one. Peace out.